Peace, love, and blessings, y'all, and welcome to this week's episode of THC Truth Talk with me, Jordan Harter. Alright, now today I'm going to focus on how the plant can help the nation. Legalize it, free it. And I'm not talking the physical positives, but the social, political, financial positives, right? First thing I'm going to focus on today is the money aspect, right? Because earlier this month, last month now, it's August, in July, I think it was the auditor, right? Yeah, PA Auditor General came out and said that the potential annual state tax revenue for Pennsylvania, if they legalize marijuana, be $581 million. And if you go, you can just look it up online. I'll break it down real quick. So this is how they get there, right? Of potential customers, so it's just basically Pennsylvania state residents that are 21 and older. It's 9,500,000, call it. All right, 8.38, call it 8.4% of those 9.5 million admitted to using marijuana. That cuts down to just under 800,000 Pennsylvanians who would likely buy legal marijuana, right? Simple math. If you can't do that, you're getting outbeat by a stoner, so step your game up. All right, so you got, the precise number is 798,556. Can we just call it 800 people for simplicity's sake? All right, let's do that. So you take that 800,000 and you times it by $2,080, which is what the average annual person that used marijuana spent in Colorado and Washington. So basically, I know it sounds fancy. You take that number of people in Pennsylvania, which is 800,000, and you have $2,000 basically, which is what the average person that smoked marijuana spent on it yearly in Colorado and in Washington. That would give you $1.6 billion. Okay, you take that $1.6 billion and you times that by 35%, which is the total tax charge at the state level, and that's how you get 581 million. So wrapped up in all of that is how you get 581 million. That's just Pennsylvania, right? But I'm talking, man, the money for these places in these states that legalize it, I mean, it's almost sickening, you know? They're making hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars. And you have to think, too, like, that's just with certain states. Like, imagine what it would be the more that it grows in America, you know what I'm saying? It's just remarkable, really. So the money is obvious. The money is quite obvious. I think another cool thing to look at is the job market. So I found this website on Marijuana Business Daily. I found this website. An article on the website Marijuana Business Daily. You can tell where I'm at. And this was last summer. So in 2017, last summer, there was an estimated between 165,000 and 230,000 full-time and part-time employees in the cannabis industry. Let me say that again. 165,000 to 230,000 full-time and part-time employees in the cannabis industry. If you're just, for comparison to mainstream professions, then granted, this is of last summer. Pharmacists were 297,000, which is large. Telemarketers, 240,000. So they're both about, okay, but this will really put shit into perspective. There are more employees in the cannabis industry as of last summer than dental hygienists, bakers, it's kind of funny and ironic, massage therapy, I mean, just normal ass jobs, man. But it's a fast growing industry. The larger that it grows, the more states legalize, the larger that number becomes, you see? So, and the larger the money becomes. Those two are like tied hand in hand. People want to smoke weed and want to spend money on it, while you need people that will produce it, make it, grow it, sell it, all that, package it, ship it, all that shit, man. You see, like, it's so intertwined and it's just so obvious. You see one and you see all six things come together, you know? Soja just killing it. But it's really that simple. Another thing that ties in sort of with all of this as well is it will help cut down on crimes and arrests, right? And I know there's in some news now, people are trying to link a higher crime rate since recreational pot was legalized and called. Don't buy the hype. As fake news, right? Fake news. Anything fake news, right? Anything bad. But no, it really does, especially if you look at marijuana arrests specifically. I mean, it's cut tremendously, and like, here we go. I had a stat here. All right, from 2012 to 2014, in Colorado, thanks to legalization, arrests were cut in half, right? Get this, right? 1 year after Washington legalized, arrests dropped 98%. What's that tell you? Alright. The decreased arrests also meant that police departments could save money and focus on different areas, aka real crimes, not fucking arresting people for dime bags and shit. I mean, it's just unreal. Okay, yeah, there was another. So listen to this. Washington State, the State Department, the police department, spent $200 million enforcing marijuana laws from 2000 to 2010. $200 million in 10 years. $20 million a year. $20 million a year that they could save and use elsewhere. You know, put it to good use. But hey, what the fuck do I know, right? You see, like, they just kind of lead, right? It's like, well, you legalize it, you get more money, it's creating more jobs. More jobs means I don't really, you can't really correlate the less arrests. I can't bullshit you there, but it just makes, there's a clear indication that, okay, most people being arrested, especially for pot, is just low level petty shit. So there's no need for that. And a big one here is I'll just call it opioid abuse, use, recovery, whatever you want to say, man. I think it's a really underrated and slept on positive pro that cannabis has. It's actually one of the current 21 conditions that will qualify you to get a med card. It's a long-winded thing, you know, technicality bullshit, but it's, long story short, that's what it all deals with. But that's just Pennsylvania. I found a stat here. There was a study done, in the first year after Colorado legalized marijuana, cannabis, I should say, opioid deaths were down 6.5%, and that reversed a several year trend. Excuse me. And I don't think that's a coincidence. You know what I mean? And you think too, all these veterans out here that are denied the ability to get it, and I mean, they're abusing opioids. It might not necessarily be heroin, but it's definitely pills. Man, they're taking 30 fucking pills a day, and all they're trying to do is smoke a joint or six. Not really, but you feel me. You get what I'm saying. I mean, it's unreal, and it's just ridiculous. And these are all real issues that are documented, that can be studied, really looked into. Like, I'm not even tipping the iceberg, you know, like, it's the tip of the tip of the tip of the tip. If you really want to get into it, man, this shit is out there. I encourage everyone to just dive in and learn, man. Even I'm learning. The more I learn, the more I realize I don't know, you know. I mean, it's an incredible plant, and it's a travesty that we are where we are. But we're making progress. That's what matters. We're making progress. We have to keep these states that keep moving forward and making these steps need to set a good example, lay a good blueprint down for the rest of us to follow. And we're going to get there, man, sooner than later. Money, jobs, lower arrests, more time to focus on serious criminals, opioid abuse, and that's just a few. If I really wanted to, I could make a whole fucking month-long video of just what legalizing it would do, but these are the main issues that I wanted to touch on, wanted y'all to see, wanted y'all to feel. I thank you. The Marleys thank you. The world thanks you. Tune in next week. Much love.